today our topic is chapter number 22, that is quadratic equations and curves and inequalities, right? So you have seen in previous which are quadratic equations. So the quadratic equations are those equations in which the variable has maximum power 2. Okay, that is called quadratic equation. And curve means that when we plot uh, these equations, quadratic equations, cubic equations on a graph, then curves are obtained, right? And inequalities are those expressions in which we don't have any equality signs, but we can use less than, greater than, less than equals to, greater than equals to, these signs rather than equality. That is called inequalities. Okay, so here you can see that starter activity, that is solution of equations. Here are some equations and some suggested solutions. Substitute these suggested values into each equation to discover which is correct or not. So first of all, you can see that uh, this is our given equation, that is 5x plus 3 is equals to 18. If we put 1 into this equation, you get your answer, that is 5 plus 3, right? Because when you put x is equals to 1, so 5 multiplied by 1, that will also equals to 5. So 5 plus 3, that is 8. 8 is not equals to 18, right? Again, you can see that when we put 2, it will become 10 plus 3, that will be equals to 13. So this is not your solution, this is not your solution. If you put 3, you can see that 5 multiplied by 3, that is 15. 15 plus 3, that is 18. 18 is equals to 18. If you are checking that is the suggested solutions are your solution of the equation, then you have to put these solution into the equation. If your left hand side and right hand side are equal, it means that this is your solution. So by putting x is equals to 3, you can see that your left hand side is 18, your right hand side will also be equals to 18. So that's why x is equals to 3 is your solution. When you put x is equals to 4, your answer will be 23 is equals to 18. That is not true. And when you put x is equals to 5, you again have the answer, that is 28 is equals to 18. So this is also not your solution, right? This is your equation 1 solution, that is 3. When you have and one more thing, that is if you have x raised to the power 1 in this equation, then you have only one solution of the x. If you have x square in this solution, it means that now we have two solutions of this equation, because this is a quadratic equation and quadratic equation has two solutions. Okay, so 5x square plus 4 is equals to 9. So if you put x is equals to minus 1, so minus 1 whole square is also equals to 1. 1 multiplied by 5, that is also equals to 5. 5 plus 4, that is equals to 9. So this is your solution. When you put x is equals to 0, you can see that this term is equals to 0 and plus 4 is equals to 9. So 4 is equals to 9, that is not true. Okay, again when you put 1, 1 square is also 1. 1 multiplied by 5, that is 5. 5 plus 4, that is 9. So 9 is equals to 9 is your solution, right? Again when you put 2, 2 square is 4. 4 multiplied by 5, that is 20. 20 plus 4, that is 24. That is not equals to 9, right? Again 3 square, that is 9. 9 multiplied by 5, that is 45. 45 plus 4, that is also 49. This is also not solution, right? Again same like this equation 3, x square is equals to 7x minus 10. So here is now we are moving easy to difficult method, easy to difficult equations. So if you put x is equals to 1, So here in the left side it will be 1, 1 square is 1, and on the right side 7 multiplied by 1, that is also 7, 7 minus 10, that is equals to minus 3. So it means that x is equals to 1 is not your solution. And also when you are putting the value of 2, you can see that 2 square, that is 4, is equals to 14 minus 10. Why 14? Because 7 multiplied by 2. So here on the left hand side and on the right hand side we get 2. 4 is equals to 4. So this is your solution. When you are putting the value x is equals to 3, you can see that here on the left side 3 square is 9, and on the right side 21 minus 10, that is 11. So 9 is equals to 11, that is not true. So it means that x is equals to 3 is not your solution. Again, x is equals to 4. So 4 square is equals to 16, and here 7 multiplied by 4, 28. 28 minus 10, that will be equals to 18. So 16 is not equals to 18. So if you put 5, 5 square is 25. 7 multiplied by 5, that is 35. 35 minus 10, that is also 25. So 25 is equals to 25. Understand? So these are the solutions, suggested solutions. We have to find the solutions by putting all the suggested values into the equations to get your answer. And now here we have done the 3 questions. Now we are doing some special questions, that is 5. And here you can see that x square is equals to 1. If you put x is equals to minus 2, so here will becomes it will becomes 4 is equals to 1. So this is not your solution. X is equals to minus 1, so minus 1 square is also positive 1. So this is your solution. X is equals to 0, 0 is not equals to 1, this is not your solution. X is equals to 1, this is your solution. And x is equals to 2. Here when you put the value of 2, that will becomes 4 is equals to 1. So this is also not true. So this is your not your solution. Okay. Again, we have different equations. We can solve these equations. And this is also simple equation. This is simple. This is also simple. Now we have to do this last equation. And in this last equation, we have a difficult cubic equation. We have to put x is equals to 1. When we put x is equals to 1, 1 cube is equals to 1 minus 6 into 1 square is also equals to 1 plus 11 into 1, that is also 11, and minus 6 is as it is equals to 0. So you can see that this is plus 1, this is plus 11, that is 12. 12, this is minus 12. So 12 minus 12, that is equals to 0. So it means that x is equals to 1 is your solution, because on the left hand side we have 0, on the right hand side we have also 0. When we put x is equals to 2, so you can see that 2 cube is equals to 8 minus 2 square is equals to 4, and 4 multiplied by 6, that is 24. And also 11 multiplied by 2, that is 22, and minus 6 is as it is equals to 0. So here you can see that 22 plus 8, that is 30, and 24 minus 6, minus 24 minus 6, that is also minus 30. So plus 30 minus 30, that is equals to 0. So it means that this is also your solution, right? For 3, here will becomes 27 minus 54 plus 33 minus 6. So here you can see that 33 plus 27, it will becomes 60, and minus 54 and minus 6, that will also become 60. So this is also your solution, because plus 60 minus 60 becomes equals to 0. So left hand side and right hand side are equal. So if you put x is equals to 4 and x is equals to 5 into this equation, we don't have any equal solution, because it is a cubic